Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I have a student with me, a really wonderful girl. She has something to say about our BM class at Tuisyen Rakan. We have an excellent teacher for BM, our own Cikgu Rani, who has been teaching for the past 31 years. Yes, you heard me right. Teacher Rani has gained a lot of experience in teaching Bahasa Melayu. Year in, year out. Hundreds of students have learned under her and scored excellently for their examination. Teacher Rani has prepared all the students very well. And one example of such a student is Kashita. She has been learning with Teacher Rani for the past 6 years for BM. Yes, Kashita. Which school are you from?
I'm from SFK Convent.
Convent Bukit-Nanar.
Yeah,
You have joined Tuisyen Rakan in year 2000?
2016.
2016.
Yeah,
So that time you joined for UPSR.
yes.
Then PT3 you studied in Tuisyen Rakan.
Yeah,
And then SPM now year 2022.
yes.
You are 2021 batch but sitting for SPM year 2022.
Yes.
And throughout Teacher Rani has been guiding you for BM, right?
Yeah.
What would you like to say about Teacher Rani's BM teaching? And most importantly, when you joined at the early stages, right, how was your BM and now how is your BM? How do you think that Teacher Rani has prepared you for your SPM BM examination?
My BM is very bad because I'm the type of person who uses English in my BM at times, and my Tata Bahasa is very bad also because the placement of words where I'm supposed to use specific words, I didn't know how to put my words out. I have the idea, I get the picture and what they're trying to ask me, but the placement of words always have a very good impact on me because I get very low marks for that. And joining Rakan, Teacher Rani has really helped me in BM because she really guided me, because every time she'll tell us to write a karangan. Every class in a month we have about 4 classes. 3 times she'll ask us to write karangan. Most of the time it's karangan because karangan plays a very important role. If you can actually conquer your karangan, the other parts of BM become very easy. And I find that very true because for me, with the amount of practices in karangans, and also not only that, Teacher Rani also gives us a lot of latihan on Tata Bahasa, especially according to our format. Every year, she will know how our format will be, and she goes through that accordingly. What I love most about BM when it comes to Comsas actually, when we have a petikan such as a pantun or syair, she goes through each and every line, explaining to us each word, so that when we go through that pantun, we have a picture of what's actually happening. And that for now, SPM, when I read a petikan, that one of the petikan is what Teacher Rani has explained before. So while reading through it, I knew the story of what they are trying to ask me, and that helped me a lot. I think Teacher Rani has made a great impact in my BM.
Okay, let's take current, recent,
Yeah.
now, SPM 2022, right? You talk about a karangan, right?
Yeah.
And I was told that 4 of the karangan topic you have already done in class, handed over to Teacher Rani marked and given to you, and exactly that 4 topic, 4 titles, 4 theme came out for your SPM exam. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that and how did it help you? And when you saw those questions, how did you feel?
Paper 1 is actually our karangan paper. So we first have bahagian A, which is a short karangan. That particular short karangan with the same tema, it was sukan. So during the 7 hours program when we came here, Teacher Rani was going through all the notes with us. She gave us these thick notes with karangans in it. And in that thick notes, one that she made us write, one of the short karangans she made us write was sukan. And we all wrote karangan. For all the students that came on that day, we all wrote the sukan karangan. She marked each and every karangan that was given to her. And she was also, because we were all very worried, everyone was worried that resume might come up, and we were focusing a lot about resume. But the only thing she said was, I feel rencana will come out. She was telling us to go home and read about rencana. And true enough, the next day, the tema Sukan and rencana came out together. And I was very glad because whatever she told me to do and not do for a short karangan is what I implied in my karangan. Because in the short karangan, they will give you 3 pictures and you have to take the EC from the 3 pictures. You cannot use your own EC. And I've done that mistake before. And so to brush me up, Teacher Rani told us to not do that. And that was like stick in my mind while I was doing my short karangan. As for the bahagian B, where we have 4 karangans, in the notes Teacher Rani gave us, there were so many karangans, and she went through each and every one of the karangan that was in the notes, giving us points, telling us what to do, how to generate ideas if you're blank, write it down next to the petikan, so that when you're writing down your karangan and you forget the point, you can see that you've written it the other side. So these type of words of encouragement of what I'm supposed to and what I'm not supposed to do were told by Teacher Rani, and I found that very very helpful because while I was doing my SPM karangan, I was actually very confident.
Splendid. It's truly incredible, right? The title that was focused by Teacher Rani narrowed down for you, and true enough, Rencana came out and Sukan theme came out.
Yes.
And you were able to answer confidently, and one day before you have already written that particular theme and marked by Teacher Rani, and exactly the thing came out.
Yeah.
What a miracle, right? So that has actually given you additional boost, right?
Yeah.
And then the other title of Karangan also, the themes also came out.
Yes.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So, you were confident to answer the exam paper.
Yeah.
This is SPM 2021 paper you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
For BM, yeah? Okay. Now, another thing that I would like to ask you, very, very important, right? In these many years that you've been studying at Tuisyen Rakan, what do you feel that you have obtained from Teacher Rani as a teacher? How would you compare her way of teaching?
I've actually gone for other BM tuitions, and the teachers are usually, they'll tell you what to do and all, but I feel the most comfortable with Teacher Rani. Like, after stopping all those BM tuitions, when I had Teacher Rani teach me BM, I found it very helpful because she's a strict teacher when she needs to be strict, and she's nice when she needs to be nice. And I like that balance because it actually gives me, when I don't feel so confident about answering my karangan, she tells us it's okay that it's wrong, but at least you know where you're wrong, where's your mistake, so that you don't do it again. And I find that very comforting because not every student is very confident in their karangan, and they intend to not send their work in and all. So even though my karangan, I'm not very confident in my karangan, she's never brought me down saying that, oh, this karangan is very bad, why is your karangan like this? Instead, she sits me down and she tells me, okay, so this is where you need to improve, this is where you need to change, and this is what you can add. And that actually helps me a lot because I go home and I read through it again and I write down whatever I'm supposed to write down, and that has helped me a lot.
So there are two things that I find from your statement here. Number one, Teacher Rani encourages you to try.
Yeah.
That gives you a lot of comfort and confidence, right?
Yeah.
And the second thing that I gather here from what you are trying to tell is that you have tried many other BM teachers elsewhere, and then you have chosen Teacher Rani to be the best.
Yes.
So you have stick with her throughout. Alright, there you go. And most importantly, there was a big issue this year for BM, right? There are a lot of people online were complaining about I think the first Karangan, I think, they have given you 3 fakta, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of teachers at school and so on have said, that's what came out in the online, that they asked to choose only one, and the student didn't know that they have to choose all 3.
For rumusan.
Oh, for Rumusan, sorry.
Yeah.
For Rumusan, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. So, they have to choose all 3, not just simply take from one.
Yeah.
But what did Teacher Rani tell you?
So I remember this happening in class once where where we were doing rumusan, and we decided to only take from one petikan because we thought that was a very smart idea and not use the other one since all the points were in the first petikan. But when Teacher Rani was checking our rumusan, she reminded us and she told us that you're not supposed to do this because your marks will actually be deducted if you do something like this. Every petikan that they give you, you have to at least take 1 point, or it could be one short line that needs to be in your rumusan, because if they don't see each and every bahan in your rumusan, they will deduct marks. So that has actually been instilled in our mind for a very long time. Even for the last minute Eid program, she also told us to not do such thing.
Mistakes.
Such mistakes. And I feel like that has improved all our students to not do such careless mistake.
Make sure that you don't make that mistake and you go for higher scoring.
Yeah.
So she emphasized that if you don't take the facts from all 3 bahan, you won't get you won't get full scoring.
Yeah.
Right? Not that the mark will be deducted, but not get the full scoring.
Yeah.
Right? And this was the conflict this year, am I right? Not?
Yes.
So, but Teacher Rani managed to emphasize this, make this very clear, tell you the do's and the don'ts one day before the exam.
Yes.
Stress on it. So this actually has helped you to actually answer the paper well and not do such mistakes.
Yes.
This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. The teacher should know the syllabus because the teacher is guiding the students. If the teacher teaches the student wrongly or wrong method, wrong facts, then the student's effort will be just fertile, right? Will be futile. So the student will have lost marks. So this is very important when you choose a BM teacher. And true enough, we are so fortunate and lucky because at Tuisyen Rakan we have a very dedicated and experienced teacher who knows the syllabus in and out. Now, another very important question, the final question I would like to ask you. If I were to ask you 3 unique qualities that you see in Teacher Rani as a BM teacher that has tremendously benefited you throughout, what would that 3 qualities be that you can highlight to listeners out there? Maybe there will be some students out there who will be wanting to get a good BM teacher, a dedicated BM teacher, a caring BM teacher, but have not found, or wants to go for higher scoring and wants to get a teacher who can guide. What will be the 3 unique qualities that you can tell to those people, students out there, or parents who are finding tuition for their children? What will be the 3 unique qualities that is very, very important that you can stress on about Teacher Rani's teaching?
Teacher Rani is a very dedicated, loving and hardworking BM teacher, because in every work she gives us, she puts a lot of hard work into it by getting the notes and specific notes for us. She's also very loving because she finds that approaching us in a very caring manner would help us and be more comforting when we're doing our work, so that we don't panic so much, that we don't feel like we have to be stressed and put under pressure a lot. And also she's a very dedicated teacher because throughout I feel like she's the most experienced BM teacher I've ever met. So I feel like this would help any student who's been in my situation, not feeling confident in doing BM, or has had a hard time and is still struggling in BM. They should definitely approach Teacher Rani.
I heard you say that Teacher Rani puts a lot of effort in preparing the right material for students, right?
Yeah.
So she gives the right bahan. So she puts effort in finding all that, right?
Yeah.
In fact, The COMSAS, she simplifies for you.
Yeah.
Right, before you go for your exam.
She actually wrote that down for us, like every like COMSAS thing and whatever that we need to read. She actually wrote it down at the back, and we were kind of surprised. Like, I mean, she can just print it out or something, but she wrote down a lot and she noticed that for all of us.
She simplified and gave you all for last lesson study.
Yeah.
That made it easy.
Yeah.
And even Bahan Karangan also, she gives you a lot of EC, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then every time she marks your work, and then she returns back to you so that you do correction. And every month you have exam to assess your performance.
Yeah.
Correct? And you can be free to ask her any question in class and she'll be more than happy to guide you.
Yes.
This is what makes a difference in a student. True enough, Kashida has been studying from Standard 6 until Form 5 at Tuisyen Rakan under the guidance of Teacher Rani for Bahasa Melayu. She is a true testament. She is a true testament of Teacher Rani's excellent teaching because she has really scaled herself forward. If you need a good BM teacher, Rakan has one of the best around. Teacher Rani is her name. You can always come and get the best guidance. Find no other place because Tuisyen Rakan is the absolute right place. Who has a loving and caring teacher, who's dedicated, who's willing to go the extra mile to ensure that you get the marks that you aspire. You score for your BM, SPM. I know of certain students who come all the way from very far, from Malacca, traveling to PJ Old Town, from Port Dickson, traveling to PJ Old Town, from Penang, traveling during the weekends to PJ Old Town. Yes, they take plane. The Malacca student travels by bus to attend for Teacher Rani's BM classes. If they are willing to take all that trouble to travel that far distance to find for Teacher Rani, there must be something about her, right? I leave it up to you to make the right decision and the best choice. Students, my final word to you, never ever give up. You can do well in your BM examination, whether it's for PT3 or whether it's for SPM or any other exam. You only need to have a good teacher to guide you, a caring, a loving, a dedicated teacher. Come to Tuisyen Rakan. You can actually find out more about Tuisyen Rakan by calling us at 012-680-5900 or surf us on our website rakan.edu.my or add us on our Facebook Pusat Tuisyen Rakan or find us on our Instagram Tuisyen Rakan. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.